Hello, my name is Beatrice and welcome to my channel. Today's podcast is about perfection. Perfection is a myth. These podcast series were created to help transform your mind for a better business and a better life, to achieve the level of success you desire. For those who struggle with this, you can relate. Perfection seems like the only thing getting in your way from happiness, getting in your way from starting a business, getting in your way from being a great parent. For some reason, we have conjured up in our mind, in order for us to achieve anything, it has to be perfect. My body has to be perfect. My bank account has to be perfect. But we realize that in the middle of the mess and chaos that is the reality of life is where we learn and bloom the way we should be. Life is hard. Life throws you curveballs. It makes everything consistent and it throws you off your feet. So, waiting for you to expect for perfection to arrive to you is already setting yourself up for failure. It's already allowing you to never succeed. And that's a huge, huge growth in my transformative journey, mind wise, physical wise. This was the root of a lot of my anxiety. I have uh, what you call the perfectionist syndrome, if you will. I've self diagnosed myself a perfectionist, and it's rooted from a lot of my anxieties and always feeling like I'm not enough. This is not perfect enough. I am not pretty enough. I am not smart enough. I can't sing well enough. So I never achieve what I think is perfection compared to what other people offer. For me, perfection is what the other person is doing. I've come to realize that through this journey, that perfection doesn't exist. Everybody is struggling. Everybody is trying to make a way out of it, out of their current finances, out of giving their child a better life. Everybody's striving for a better life. But we, in our own assumption, in our own perspective, assume that they have the upper hand. That one way or another, they discovered something we didn't. And the reality of life is that they're not perfect, just as much as you are not. And you'll never be perfect, and they'll never be perfect. You think they're perfect in your eyes because you don't live in the life they live. You don't live in the shoes that they live in. So you don't understand the exact hardships they go through. And if they were to be looking at you from their point of view, they're probably thinking, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. So we're always complaining about what we don't have, and we don't sit down and realize what we do have. A lot of people who we assume is perfect are celebrities. And celebrities are known for having addiction, anxiety issues. They have eating disorders. They sing amazing. They may look great because money has given them the opportunity, but that does not mean they're perfect. I think if you set your life to be a little bit more realistic than that, you would be happier. The same thing goes for our parents, at least from my experience. I was always too scared to express how I really felt because I was scared to be labeled a baby cry. I was scared to be that girl with the feelings that needed to cry, that was this, this or other. I haven't figured it out. My parents have, everybody else have, but I'm here just this messy haired, crazy girl that has never anything figured out. That all I do is complain and all I do is wander about other people's lives. When in reality, they haven't. They figured some stuff out. They have figured some stuff out, but that does not mean they have figured everything out. You could learn from anybody else and extract from the things that they're good at, but that does not mean that they're perfect. So this leads me to this point. Perfection is a myth. Perfection is based on our own perspective of what we assume other people are living. We busy our minds with the comparison of others and don't stop to realize what we do have and what are our greatest blessings. It's realizing that every day you should be a better version of yourself. But that does not mean you should be discouraged if you're not in the end of the journey. Enjoy the journey, embrace every single part of you, because in your imperfections is what makes you different and unique. And what you qualify as imperfection, somebody else may be wanting that. Perfection is a myth. Stop chasing something that doesn't exist. That's why a lot of people have a tendency to have addiction issues, anxiety issues, worrying all the time, saying, I'm not good enough of a parent. I have not achieved what I should have at 30. At 30, I should have a house, a race car, a million kids, a successful career, be skinny, eat all my vegetables, drink water. But in reality, life is not like that. You could be good at so many things at a time. You could always strive to be better. You could always strive to get better things, but that does not mean that you're perfect. Nor will you ever achieve perfection. You could always be a better version of yourself. That's what matters. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare to the old version of you and always strive to be that better version. Always strive for a bigger goal because when that person fails, your assumptions and your hopes will fail also. You would assume that your happiness died with them. There's a reason why I bring this as a point. The reason why I struggled with anxiety and the need of wanting to be perfect and the need to want to get something that I was not attaining was because I was chasing something that never existed. That was the root of a lot of my eating disorders. That was the root of a lot of my anxiety, and that was the root of me feeling not enough. So today, I want you to let go. You are enough. You are worthy. Always be a better version of yourself. Perfection is a myth. Perfection is a myth, and comparison is the worst thing you could ever do to yourself. Learn to love yourself for the way you are. Embrace the journey that you have ahead of you. Thank you for listening. If you want more podcasts like this, be sure to comment below. Thank you for listening.